What up? It's your boy T Reaction. Today's Wrestling Wednesday. So we got some words about what's the state of wrestling going on right now. You know, a lot of people are questioning it, and most recently the due to the recent Hell in a Cell match we had this past year, this past month as well too. Not Hell in a Cell. I'm sorry, War Games match that we had this past year, and not to be moved was not too fond of it, especially how they ended it all too. So now we got Chiseled Adonis letting know why this need to be abolished. You remember he says the same thing about the All-Star game as well too. Now he has word for War Game as well too. A lot of people are feeling like, yeah, WWF needed Survivor Series to go back to traditional Survivor Series elimination as well too. Especially the fact that they did have a Survivor Series elimination match where match where it was on the SmackDown before that as well too. Yeah. Though, just hold on a second. I'm back. So yeah, a lot of people, especially they had the traditional Survivor Series elimination match on the SmackDown before Survivor Series. Well, a lot of people wasn't too fond of them as well either. So that being said, I look for, hear from them. Chiseled Bond to express his displeasure of the most recent War Game as well too. Without further ado, because I feel like that I always said that they could at least do a war. If you gotta have a War Game, at least be something within a story. Not have like two War Games all the time. At least you want to have. You want to make a Survivor Series War Game, make it both us. Because they have many Survivor Series elimination matches on there, so do that. At least two War Games or one War Game, one or two Survivor Series elimination match, and one championship match involving the storyline as well too, though. Because is either way, your champion should be in match as well too. That's the other. They have their own little championship match as well too. That's the other thing folks are not too fond of. So we'll see. Anyway, let's see what Chiseled had to say about this. Let's get it. I know it's gonna be hilarious. I'm not gonna make it trying to laugh because it's Chiseled. Let's get it.
All right, so boom. This past weekend was WWE Survivor Series War Games, and it was truly one of the worst pay-per-views of the year, and furthermore, one of the worst War Games matches that we've seen since WWE brought War Games to the main roster. It was an incredibly weak build. I've emphasized this on stream numerous different times in the build up to the War Games match. We didn't need to have a War Games match for the men or the women this year. I cannot stand how WWE feels the need to put on these matches solely because you have an event on the calendar. You should only have Elimination Chamber, War Games, TLCs, Hell in a Cell, all of these types of matches. You need to have feuds that require it. You can't just have a PLE that's named after. I'm glad they did away with Hell in a Cell and TLC. They need to hurry up and get that done with War.
Yeah, it did can gotten bad that they're turning their gimmicks into actual pay-per-views now. Yeah. You gotta go back to Survivor Series, regular Survivor Series. Do War Games. Don't have to be on Survivor Series. I mean, it's good to have Survivor Series, but don't have to solely be on there. Like me, do another pay-per-view. Do it when it's needed. Now, I mean, not because of that. Not because you have a name because of that. Do that as well too. Same with Hell in a Cell, do it when it's needed. Same with TLC, do it when it's needed. Hell, same with Extreme Rules. And yeah, same Extreme Rules, somewhat Extreme Rules in a way. I know it's trying to place a one night stand, but Extreme Rules, yeah, same with that. And I mean, Elimination Chamber is the only one I want to say not to. I want to say the Elimination don't do away with no, because we why I say that, because it's kind of like the secondary to Royal Rumble for a person to get a sex chance. Because you got the Royal Rumble. In case you know, the Royal Rumble, said Royal Rumble contender can choose that one belt instead of both belts or anything. That's the elimination be a chance to be the second way of somebody to get go for a belt as well too. That's the other thing. So there's that. Some people still might defy and make it a triple threat match and insert their stuff in there as well too. But at the same time, like I still like only giving pay-per-view. I say at least keep Elimination Chamber if they must.
Games, and again with Elimination Chamber, remove that from the damn pay-per-view because you feel the need to have to throw something together. If you don't got 8 guys or 8 girls, 10 dudes, 10 girls who actually are like fuming at the mouth, ready to rip each other apart.
True.
To where now you got to stick them inside this cage. Don't do it. This should have just been a regular traditional elimination 5-on-5 match, right? Albeit with the men, it have been a little bit, confusing of how you can make that work with Lesnar, but that's neither here nor there. We'll get to the men's match in a bit, right? But the build up to the feud was ridiculous. So I should say to the pay-per-view was ridiculous. For the women's side, Charlotte Flair opted out. All of a sudden, it took 1 week, literally 1 week, to sit down with Rhea Ripley. Now she's in. What are we doing? I tried to give it a chance because I said, you know what, I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm going to let the story play out. But this is ridiculous. And then if you take a look at this past Monday on Raw, right, they have an interaction because she has issues with Rhea Ripley. They had never been in the same ring,
right,
facing each other, or tagging, if you will, since WrestleMania 39, whatever the case is. I think there might have been an interaction between, but that's neither here nor there, right? There was a big boot in which Rhea went over to Charlotte this past Monday and said, oh, you kicked me in the face. I didn't mean to. Y'all opponents, what are we doing? But that's not what you're talking about, right? That's not what you're talking about. Because ultimately, we know kayfabe is dead. It's not a situation where we're going to mess around and get worked, if you will, into believing certain sort of angles and storylines in which there's actual animosity, right? But the illusion of kayfabe is what makes wrestling so motherfucking beautiful. So if you don't even have that there, what are we doing? Now, when we take a look into the match in and of itself, right? It was incredibly weak. It didn't need to happen. How is it that War Games, the whole idea is you're putting your body on the line. You're risking your career. There's a potential situation to where bones can be broken, skin and epidermis can be ripped open to so much so to where you'll be bleeding profusely. There should be fear about being able to endure the pain that you're going to go deal with. Did the match feel or look like people's body was actually in danger? AJ Lee and Charlotte was cuddling on the ground. There was a close-up shot of Charlotte's foot on Becky's face, and Becky is supposedly screaming and shit. There's barely any pressure from the foot on the face. Now, again, I ain't saying you got to go out there and make it seem as if it's a work and brutalize each other so much to where you got fucking welts and gashes on bodies and shit. But you got to at least put some form of intensity to where you make it believable.
True.
You might as well have just been pillow fighting. It was ridiculous. You got AJ Lee, Charlotte Flair, they cuddling on the ground. Io Sky and motherfucking Rhea Ripley, they've been doing it the past few weeks. I got no problem if you do it on Raw, you do it on SmackDown. But you at War Games. It's War Games. It is War Games. The fuck is y'all jumping and cuddling and doing all? What are we doing? It's War Games. AJ Lee came out. She immediately came in, got her spots in. That was great. Cool. After that, she ain't do nothing. Ain't do nothing. Until she tapped out Becky at the end, right? Lash legend, Nia Jax were pretty much the MVPs of the women's match. They came in, they looked like $1 million. They actually had a bit of the brutality that
can't say nothing about it because they're heels, so I'm gonna let him have his fun. But I mean, if I agree, I won't be saying I'm rocking with heels, but I'll let him have it.
Just so happened to be there. And then the ending sequence, for me, made no doggone sense, right? Obviously, the one thing I cannot stand is when you choreograph a spot so much so to where when the high-risk move has to happen, everybody's just standing here for absolute...
I guess him and Dub got two things in common because, Dub hate that.
No reason waiting for somebody to jump on top of him. Lash Legend and all of the heels are, I forget who they were beating up, but they were ganging up on somebody, right? Asuka was getting ready to go and shoot the green mist into their face. Yep. That individual just so happened to move. Lash Legend got caught in the face. Now she's blinded, right? Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley both stand up at this particular point and start to clear house. They then, as a group, all of the faces come together to go and beat up Nia Jax for obvious reasons. Because she's incredibly dominant, right? Here's what they could have done. Lash Legend is blinded. The Kabuki Warriors is now down. Becky Lynch is outside the ring just awaiting, her ultimate end when that time comes. Io Sky, unbeknownst to the remainder of the group, is climbing to the top of the cage to go and get her spot of jumping off with the trash can. In the midst of all of this happening, you know what they could have did? They could have had it to where they all jumping Nia Jax. They pick her up to hold her there for Io. Instead, Nia, who just caught I believe it was there was a double suplex right into the twisted wrist. Then has to stand, crawl over to get in position to get in the spot. Last Legend is blinded. How the fuck is she able to figure out where
Right.
she's gonna go there? The Kabuki Warriors
I guess.
stand up, and they all stand here together to go and wait for Io, who took about 46 seconds just to get the damn trash can, put the trash can on, stand there, then jump up. What are we doing, son? It's War Games.
Yup. Him and Dub got two.
Games.
Him and Dub like this on this, I guess.
And I'm not
Yeah,
one
man.
to sit here and compare WWE and AEW, but
No,
you
don't.
have to. Blood and Guts was what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, a lot of people were saying Blood Guts was way better. I mean, I'm not knocking them, but anytime I'm not trying to be that. Like you said, I ain't trying to be that type, that person.
I'm not even an avid AEW watch, but I watched Blood and Guts. That's what War Games was supposed to be. I'm not saying you got to go out there and everybody got to bleed out. You damn near got to be having the EMTs outside the ring, right? I ain't saying that got to be the case. But there needs to be so much physicality and brutality to where when you say this is the match that's going down, motherfuckers kind of take a double take to say, oh shit, I'm in War Games. Oh man, I don't know about this. You shouldn't just, oh well, we're in a War Games match. Cool. Like, what are we doing? Folks don't even come out after these matches in bandages no more. I think Io had her arm wrapped, and that was pretty much it. Charlotte, perfectly fine. Alexa, perfectly fine. Rhea, perfectly. What are we doing? You was just in War Games, bruh. Don't make no sense. And then the men's match.
Uh-oh.
Here's a situation where you would assume in this particular feud, in the men's match, or actually, before I even move on to the men, let me just go to the climax with the women, right? Io jumps off, takes them all out. Becky stands there, oh shit, now she's caught up. They could have ended this match so much better. Because you have all 5 of the baby faces and one Becky Lynch. Becky tries to run. Obviously, the rules is if you leave, or I should say, if you leave the ring after the match has officially started,
Right.
the team is disqualified, right? So Becky's trying to get the easy way out. Tries to run up the cage. They go and they hunt her down. Then she happens to go and catch herself a riptide. What they should have all did is everybody did they finish her on her. Why not? The remainder of the team is done. Everybody should have hit their finish on her, and then AJ Lee goes and taps her out. It was way too quick of a doggone ending. You know, Becky been talking a gang of shit.
Yeah, she has.
Why the fuck did y'all essentially kind of take it easy on her on the way out?
Sure.
And obviously, I know with the AJ angle, then she's on social media talking about, she didn't really tap out, whatever. But you literally could have had everybody go out there, brutalize her shit, and then bam, Black Widow, match done. It just felt incredibly rushed and terribly put together. Then for the men's match, right? This match had a bit more animosity than the women's coming in.
It did.
CM Punk opens it up for the group, right? It's him and Braun Breaker. They had a decent exchange. McIntyre comes out. Obviously, he doesn't introduce any weapons or whatever the case may be, but you already know the history between Punk and McIntyre. Punk bleeds just a little bit. Here's what's very confusing. Within the first 10 minutes of the match, we saw a little bit of color on Punk, which I was like, great. It's a War Games match. We got ourselves some color. This man's blood lasted less than like 6 minutes. He bled a little bit, and then the remainder of the match, face regular. Only red you saw was when his face changed colors, because he's white. What are we doing?
Damn.
Did he pop a ketchup packet on his forehead? It's War Games. You bleed in the first 10 minutes. We not bleeding no more. I ain't saying you got to go out here and have like a deep-ass goddamn cut like Eddie Guerrero had against JBL. But it's War Games, bro. If you're going to have color, you got to have color. The next person who came out, Cody Rhodes. So the first 2 people for the babyface team is the 2 reigning world champions.
Yeah, yeah.
2 champions.
Yeah. I get that the big prophet was Roman, but at the same time, yeah, your top champions, your 2 champions are the first people to go in. Yeah, I ain't that didn't sit on me. It's already people always downplaying babyface champions all right as well too. Though they did that, you giving folks fuel. Like this is why I don't want certain things to happen on wrestling, and it's not and makes seem selfish because it's not selfish because of me. It's selfish because I don't want to deal with the bullshit or see the bullshit as well too. Like for starters, if they have to make if Drew take the title, I'm okay with it. I'm not mad. I mean, of course I got booed because he's a heel, unless they change it. But the fact they're trying to have Cody be the one that did Jacob in, I don't want it. I don't want it. Reason why I don't want it, one, I don't not one, I'm not here for heel Cody at all. Number two, but the main reason is I don't want to hear nothing from the heel fans who wanted Cody to turn heel, the I told you so Cody haters who been accusing Cody of the one being the one to take out Jacob said Drew, especially the Drew lovers and the one Drew lover on Facebook, on Twitter as well too. That redhead girl. I do not want to prove them right. I do not want to be proven right, and because they ain't going to shut the fuck up about it at all. They going to talk their shit. They're going to have their fun with I told you so anyway, because I hate I told you so ass folks in wrestling as well too. That's why I was afraid of watching almost didn't want to watch WrestleMania 40 because I ain't feel like doing that I told you so if Cody would have lost. Because the people was promoting that Cody going to lose it and Roman's going to hold the belt. Glad Shane. I'm hoping that's not the case. But same with this, I don't feel like dealing with I told you shows. I'm tired of I told you shows from wrestling fans as well too. And this is about to be another this adds to that I told you so that you have your top champions do this. And that's why I'm hoping they handle this match between Cody and Oba pretty well too at Saturday night main event. Because I don't want to deal with folks saying Cody Oba's buried or the main wrestler not treating him right, nor do I want to deal with folks saying is this your champion who gets squashed by somebody from NXT? Well, then you know he's dominant, but still, is this your champion? Because so and so will never. You already got people saying Roman as a heel champion never, as well too Roman as a heel never. I mean, dealt with that from that dickhead from that phone group was that dickhead Dolly Delgado from that phone group Jobber Tier, who every time Roman got his sneaks took and all this shit. Roman will never. Yeah, fuck that guy. Not necessarily Roman, but the Dolly Delgado dude. Same tier as well too. I don't feel like dealing with I told you so ass folks in wrestling. I don't. And this right here was kind of giving them that fuel right there. They have your two champions come out first as like they're gonna say this is what you do your champions. This is your champion because the heel champion will never and all that and as well too. I mean, granted, Roman's a face right now, but still that the fact that they still putting Roman. No, I mean the folks who don't like neither champions putting Roman over these guys because of what he done as a heel at times as well too. It's like, yeah. So I it's like kind of irking that it did kind of low key irk me that they did come out first as well too. Not because of the fact they did, just the fact that fans as well too. I mean.
Cody was bleeding a couple weeks ago from McIntyre. He had a gash on his head. How the fuck does Cody not get busted open? How? It's War Game.
It's War Game.
I'll ask you a question right now. You can let it be known in the comment section. This past weekend, War Games, right? Our two world champions were there in the ring. Was there anything memorable that you have in your memory from the world champions this past War Games match? No, you don't. What did they do? Nothing.
He's like Bernie Mac.
They was out there just going through the motions. That was it. You didn't have no intensity. You ain't have there was no sort of, you didn't feel like there was any real animosity. Like, you gotta go out there and sell it. Like, we got two dudes.
Oh, if you want to see the comments now.
Years, bro. It felt like they ain't do nothing. Logan Paul comes out, introduced the chairs, so he brings in a bit of weapons out there, and then they start to brutalize the reigning champions, everything of that nature, right? Jimmy Uso comes out. Now, this is something that actually bothers me, right? Jimmy Uso comes out. Remember,
Jimmy.
Bronson Reed broke his foot. Jimmy Uso broke his toe, right? This is a situation to where the War Games match had casualties, if you will. Obviously, they're not dead, but you had individuals break things. In the build-up to the match, this should have been something to make folks maybe second-guess wanting to be a participant in the match. But then furthermore, this is something to where you should have saw in the midst of the match. Maybe there's last year they got me. Damn. Jimmy comes in, just goes through all these different super kicks, tries to go at Samoan, and then immediately he's getting his ass whipped, right? Fast forward, Bronson Reed comes in looking like $1 million. Brunson Reed, Braun Breaker, Brock Lesnar, they were all the MVPs of the match. Primarily, Brock was number 1, Braun number 2, Brunson number 3, right? Brunson Reed comes in, tsunami and everybody. I'm like, oh yes, this is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see motherfuckers come out.
I hate that he has to give the heels props because, again, feud into the people that choose heels or face is like, it's like I'm defending the faces, but the book is not helping as well too, and giving these heel lovers fueled and everything, like putting in an ongoing battle that our face fans never gonna win, unfortunately.
Absolutely brutalized. Brunson Reed ain't waste no time. The moment he walked in, he was on time. I said, all right, we've got a War Games match going. Jey Uso, come out.
I was waiting for it. Oh boy, I know you're gonna be pissed about the yeeting. Here's the thing, I didn't mind the yeet in the middle of the match because it's Jey, but I know he's gonna be pissed about that. Jesus.
It's a shame. He come into the doggone ring, super kick party immediately. Let's run it back. Why are we still doing this?
Here we go.
Why are we still doing this?
Here we go.
It's not special anymore. I understand it's cool for the live audience. I've been inside of SummerSlam where the motherfuckers is eating. I was at Monday Night Raw with John Cena's last appearance on Monday Night Raw. I was there in MSG. Motherfuckers be out here eating. It's a fun thing to do. We're on a goddamn pay-per-view or PLE Premium Live Event.
There we go.
Why the fuck you eating for 2 minutes?
Here we go.
War Games match.
Here we go.
Logan Paul.
Ha!
McIntyre.
Yep. Yeah. About Logan Paul. Yeah. He didn't. Now, out of all the things he said right there, I agree with Logan Paul. He didn't even be in there. That was just star power right there. It sucks that, when the stuff is star powered as well too, it's not the best. It's like more best when it's not as star power. It's worse when it's star power. Like we have like not like mid cards and upper cards mixed together. It works out. But it's like all upper cards is not gonna work but well. And I'm sad that the War Game ended up being that, because this was a star War Game, but it didn't come out to be a star match, unfortunately, to most folks. So yeah.
Damn.
Take that, Drew fans.
The Brawns.
Damn.
This motherfucker yeeting.
Oh Lord.
For 2 minutes. Nobody standing up.
Oh, good night. Stand up to him.
Nobody standing up. CM Punk grabbed the chair. You would have thought he was gonna go out there and play air guitar.
Yep.
Folks should have been getting their asses whipped. They took a yeet break in the middle of a War Games match.
Oh, it's talking about the break. So I thought he was talking about he sleep. Man.
War Games. War Games. And again, I'll echo it again. You just saw Blood and Guts a couple weeks ago. You just saw Blood and Guts a couple weeks ago. That's what War Games supposed to be. It's supposed to be brutal. How the fuck you out here doing a yeet break? What is we doing? Lesnar's music hit, the whole energy changed. Motherfucker, stop yeeting all this stuff. Lesnar comes out. Slightly auriformed, came out there, did the whole motherfucking talk. Like, people's getting whipped, but then again, you know how Lesnar gets down. He don't got no allegiance to nobody. It's a little bit different than when Rhea Ripley came out in the women's match and then decided to go on auriform. Io getting her ass whipped in the doggone ring. Alexa and Charlotte getting her ass whipped in the doggone ring. Your dumb ass is over here. Look at my yards. Look at my. What you doing this taunt for? You got pyro and shit. You doing an advertisement. You know WWE are partnered with this company. Who gives? You're in War Games. Get your ass to the ring. Brock Lesnar comes out, goes to the ring, suplexes, F5s, everything. Looks like $1 million. Why? Because he is the last legit feeling ass kicker in the company. Now, albeit Braun Breaker is increasing the stock to where when you watch the program, you say, oh shit, yo, that dude might just mess around and be a problem, right? Brock comes in, looks as legit as ever, kicking everybody's ass in there. Roman's music hit, and Brock leaves the cage. Now, mind you, remember, the rules is when the match officially begins, if somebody leaves the ring, then that team forfeits, right? The match doesn't officially begin until Roman steps inside the ring. So Brock leaving the cage was one of the most genius things you could have had from your legit ass kicker. He goes to go meet Roman on the ramp. Roman with a couple of Superman punches, catches an F5. He's on the doggone announce table. Then Brock goes and brings him inside, and the War Games officially begin. That was a magnificent start to the climax of the match because it felt legit, because you already know Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, they got history. It makes sense. What am I waiting for you to come down to ramp for? especially if it's a situation where you got an advantage. Y'all already up 5-4 people. Why am I gonna wait for your ass to get here? I'ma come get you. That shit was perfect. Say what you want about Brock, but when you take into account war games, it's war games. We out here to rip each other's head off. He looked the part, acted the part, was the epitome of the part.
True. You
The
know,
match
can't stand Brock, and he's a heel, but at the same time,
starts officially. Roman able to he's in there, and then they went. I think he got caught with an F5 or something of that nature. The Usos broke up the pin cover, and then they start battling and shit. Brock got put through the table and everything.
Yep.
Braun Breaker at this part is where his moment was to shine, right? As we fast forward through the remainder of the match here, he starts spearing folks left and right. Takes out Cody, then gets ready to go and take out Punk. Flies into the doggone cage, and then this hooded sweatshirt individual who we all believe to be Austin Theory, if you will, we'll figure out with.
leave. And again, I say, please, for the love of God, leave it at Austin Theory, or even if it's Montel's end of the day, leave it as just he's just standing for the real person that's not either of the guys as well too. All right. Another reason why I don't want to deal with it, because the wrestling fans are assholes. I don't want to deal with Montel's being there, because I already deal with folks, especially in the Grissom man, because it's run by my people that had a big deal about folks not rooting for folks because of black, because how blacks are treated in wrestling, whatever, to everything. No, it's not a race thing. It's just someone's doing what we're supposed to, cheer for the baby faces, booing the heels. That's nothing more. But folks because folks are such hill fiends and hill lovers that they give all the post case for not cheering for said hill. It was ridiculous, right? Most contradicting backward ass shit. Then they wonder why I'm a walking contradiction with I want wrestling to give her the alignment system and all that. Because somebody called me a walking contradiction to this shit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, if it's people rushing and call me out about saying I'm calling this person out, I don't care at this point. I'm a walking contradiction, like that's the same. Because it says the person almost the world's full of heels and everybody and people in the air. I'm a walking contradiction because I wanted to hold it up to because I reason I hold this up to a standard because people are contradicting in the first place. They contradict by one, calling people heels or villainize folks for not rooting for heels. That's for start, especially over race and gender. Then the whole contradiction. I always say they complain about babyfaces being stale, boring, white meat, not assertive all day, not be edgy. Soon as a sad face, show some edge, show some assertiveness, show not being bored or anything. They won't call it them acting heelish. Contradiction. So, reason why I'm a walking contradiction, because y'all motherfuckers are contradiction. Yeah, I say that. You better not call me a fucking heel for the ear. Chill for I get myself kicked off YouTube as well too. Right? Like I said, let people who they are. Don't stop trying to villainize folks. So people bring them to the dark side, because you don't want certain people in the dark side. I'll leave it at that. But that's another story. Anyway, that being said, don't let it be Montel. If it's Montel, I'm probably just gonna be a fan on my own. I don't want to deal with nobody. It's a fan as well too, because I'm being a wrestling fan already is exhausting as is. So yeah.
That story goes when it does, right? But in the midst of all of that, Braun Breaker goes, he ends up taking advantage of the fact that the curb stomp from the hooded masked individual took him down. Braun Breaker with the spear, and then bam, the heels win. It was a perfect conclusion that was there, right? I should say the right teams won. The end of the match comes. It's Roman in the middle between both the rings. His family on one side, the champions on the other side. Gets in the ring with the champions. I guess he looks at Punk, then looks at Cody, said we're never gonna team again, or whatever the case is, and then I guess he's coming back after Cody once more. And that's just how the program ends. The entire time, it felt like you were waiting for something to happen after the fact. Now, albeit, in the men's match, I think the right team won, and they ended the match in a decent way. You have the mystery man, but now we pretty much have to figure out and unveil the mystery man. I'm glad with the promo, and I'm happy about the promo from Braun Breaker the following 2 nights later on Monday.
All right, yeah, despite Braun being the heel, fortunately, it was a good promo. Fortunately, he's a heel, so I couldn't fully enjoy it, but at the same time, yeah. But let's keep
Monday
going.
Night Raw a couple days ago, because that was a masterclass of a promo in how to deliver with aggression and actually look like you're ticked off and you're not reading off of a script or having a pre-rehearsed, promo. It felt real. You want to have situations to where the illusion is there that makes you believe what the fuck's going on, right? But overall, I'm tired. I'm so tired of WWE throwing these motherfucking matches together that are incredibly so. Why are we having a yeet break?
Oh,
Why?
Lord, he's still mad about that
Why?
beat break.
If you take away the element of Brock Lesnar in the War Games match, you put any other person in that doggone match, the shit super fucking, it was already soft and weak. He just happened to take it to the whole other level. Thank God he was in the fucking match. If he wasn't, she would have been ass. The women's match could have just been a regular elimination 5-on-5. The men's match could have been in a regular elimination 5-on-5. You just have to figure out a way to have Lesnar be in the match and then ultimately maybe get eliminated early or maybe in the middle to where a whole gang of people mess around, jump on top of each other and freaking cover him to where he can get eliminated and he actually leave the ring willfully and shit right there. But whatever the case may be, it's weak, bro. The whole product weak right now. You can't keep having matches just for the sake of having matches.
True.
You can't keep rushing motherfucking storyline. What are we doing, son? What are we doing? You flopped the damn John Cena retirement tour. I'm only gonna make a video about it after it's finally concluded in 2 Saturdays. But War Games was weak. It was completely weak. Do not next year bring the match back unless you have 8 to 10 people who are ready to rip each other's heads off. That requires the
It's
match.
true, like it can't just be a random one like this as well too. And me, I did. Granted, it was like a more lovely moment for CM Punk to call Regal to say War Games, but at the same time, it's like thrown together in a way. So I give him that as well too. But
don't do that shit just because it's Survivor Series, because that takes away the allure of the match. Don't feel as if you need to have the match only because it's Survivor Series. You could have a War Games match in February. You can have a War Games match in June. You can have an Elimination Chamber match at SummerSlam. You can have a motherfucking TLC, or you can have a Hell in a Cell in like May, in October. Well, I think they had the Hell in a Cell in October last year. You could have it at any different point in the year as long as there are actual feuds with competitors that has built up until that point.
right.
You can't just keep throwing motherfucking shit together, bro. Because this past weekend, it's like, yo, what are we doing, fam? What are we doing? The Royal Rumble is right around the corner. It's next month. It's next month. We got, what, 8 weeks, 9 weeks until then? I would hope there's not a pay-per-view. I think it's just a premiere or the start of the new year where they're doing the thing at the Barclays Center. I'll probably be there live. But what are we doing, fam? Stop rushing. Stop rushing fucking storyline. Stop putting together these matches that don't actually give the payoff that we looking for. Because if you're going to have a match that's supposed to War Games, and the shit soft like Shaman, what are we doing? LWWE. That's an L for that weekend.
Unfortunately.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about SummerSlam. I said SummerSlam. Survivor Series. Because this, man, shit was ass, bro.
Damn, man, he was mad about this. I mean, same time, he's not totally wrong. I mean, War Games could have been better as well too, though. I mean, I hate the fact that he had to give some of the props to the Hills, but at the same time, man, like, they gotta do better with booking babyfaces as well too. Like, I don't know why it's so hard to book babyfaces. All right. Like, I don't know, is writers of book are lazy or what? Why is it so hard to book babyfaces to be just as great as the heels? All right, I'm tired of hearing, oh, it's easy to book a heel than babyface. I'm tired of hearing that. Because it sounds like a lazy cop out. It's like saying you don't like good guys anymore. You want a world full of bad guys and villains. You want Gotham. That's what it sounds like to me. Anyway. And sorry for the rant, but not so sorry for the rant, because sometimes I gotta let my rant out sometimes, because, folks should just be pissing me the fuck off on the cool. And I just gotta let it out and try to calm it down, just save face, and I do it in it, because people say, why you save face? All right, because I want to prove that people can live long enough, they still see themselves as a good person as well too. That's why. I'm tired of people saying, I'm tired of Joker, Two Face, whoever the fuck said a joke quote. I'm been tired of that quote. All right, I'm tired of people living that quote. I'm tired of people pushing that quote. I'm tired of people saying that being a good bad person is the inevitable as well too. I'm tired of it. But at the same time, I wish WWE do better with their pay per views and stuff as well too, because NXT has been killing their pay per views as a late once again back like it was back in the Black and Gold days. It's starting to be like that again. So hopefully things get better with WWE as well too, though. But hopefully, same time, some stuff I don't want to happen doesn't happen. If so, then if I'm saying I'm gonna stop being a wrestling fan, I'm just gonna probably be a fan of my own because like I said, it ain't mainly this. It's like the fans piss me off more than the product itself. That's all I'm gonna say. Other than that, it's your boy T-Bear. You like my reaction and rants, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.